The unknown embraces us, and we are encircled by mystery. Mysteries abound in every nook and cranny of our lives, and they cannot be confined behind a cocoon of normalcy. Science and technology are always evolving and progressing. This opens up entirely new avenues for researching not only the future and prospective methods to improve our huge knowledge and understanding of the cosmos, but also previous mysteries. Every day, new facts about the past, present, and future are unearthed. Others, particularly extraterrestrial findings, raise more questions. So today, here at Unexplained Mysteries, we'll be taking a closer look at 3 mysterious discoveries. Agogwe cryptid. This bizarre creature has allegedly been found in both Tanzania and Mozambique, a small human-like creature that wanders through the jungles with no definitive proof it is even really there. In appearance, the Agogwe has been described as reaching an estimated 4 feet in height and bearing a brown or ginger-coloured hair that covers the entire body. Another distinctive feature of this elusive creature is one long, big toe. Whilst this mysterious creature sounds more animalistic than anything else so far, the Agogwe walks on 2 hind legs, just like humans, and has even been known to negotiate with tribes living within the areas. One notable sighting of the Agogwe was published in 1937 by Captain William Hitchens, who witnessed the hairy men walk in the 1920s. The captain had been sent on a lion hunt. He was waiting in a forest clearing when 2 Agogwes moved from one dense area of jungle through a clearing before disappearing on the other side. Captain William Hitchens described russet hair and the expected 4 feet height. Feeling both fear and amazement upon seeing these creatures, the captain aimed to follow and find the Agogwe, but to no avail. Hitchens explains the rationalizing he underwent, pinning them down as no ordinary monkeys, being ape-like yet distinctly different than any known ape. Another sighting occurred in 1927 by Cuthbert Burgoyne, who also claimed to have encountered this animal we know very little about. He and his wife were sailing by Portuguese East Africa. As they approached the shore, the couple could see baboons searching for food. As they observed, the strange creatures approached the group. Burgoyne explicitly explained that the creatures more closely resembled furry men than the baboons nearby to them. When recounting the story to a friend, he said that they had a similar experience. When the big game hunter friend of Burgoyne's readied himself, loud protests from the natives forbade him shooting this creature. Whilst theories surrounding the Agogwe have been limited, it has been established that these animals are distinct from both monkeys and mankind. Despite this certainty, very little more can be said. At the moment, the Agogwe is considered to be similar to the Kakundari. Both of these cryptids have been suggested to be a surviving gracile Australopithecine, an early hominid, with a literal translation to a southern ape. These early humans were present in Africa from the latter end of the Pliocene era and towards the beginning of the early Pleistocene era. Whilst we can draw links and hazard guesses with so few examples and sightings, it is difficult to make further estimates as to exactly what the Agogwe are. The discovery of previously unseen Stonehenge carvings. Prehistoric cave painting is well known to be one of the earliest forms of art seen on Earth. Before language existed, let alone the ability to write, read, or speak in the way we can today, man would tell stories through drawings. These paintings have been popularized in film, comics, literature, and more. They've inspired modern storytelling as well as various fables and mythology over the centuries. Stonehenge, however, wasn't believed to have such extensive carvings, which, if researchers have got the purpose for its construction right, was a bit strange. But we live in the 21st century, and luckily the beauty of laser technology exists. People were reporting that they could make out carvings on the surface of some of Stonehenge's stones as early as the 1950s. However, these claims were often disputed as, well, the carvings were so hard to see that they could hardly be categorized as intentional drawings. In 2003, however, a group of scientists took to the stones with laser technology. The quality of the photos was naturally much better than the grainy photos from nearly 50 years earlier, and even though the stones had undergone a fair amount of natural erosion, scientists could clearly make out some carvings. Further studies of the images did not only show what the carvings were meant to be, but even provided some answers to the question of why Stonehenge was built. The prehistoric carvings seemed to be of axe heads, axes themselves, and even daggers. These may seem a little violent, but it was common for drawings of weapons, amongst other things, to be carved on the walls of burial chambers or religious grounds. Burial sites all over the UK display carvings such as these, but the commemoration of the deceased isn't the only theory that the carvings support. Some researchers believe that Stonehenge was designed to line up with the summer solstice, thus acting as a rather large calendar. These carvings may have pointed out specific dates, but this theory, to this day, is far from being proven. Colombian farmer finds money adding up to $600 million. Jose Mariana Cartolos, a farmer from Colombia, was given a $3,000 grant from the Colombian government to dig on his family's palm oil plantation property. The property had been in his family for over 200 years. Little did he know that he would find himself making one of the largest monetary finds when he started this process. When he began digging a trench for a new irrigation system, Jose discovered something under the ground surface, several large blue containers. The 65-year-old farmer could never have guessed that they would have contained no less than $600 million of Pablo Escobar's cash. Pablo Escobar was a drug cartel leader. It is estimated he was worth around $30 billion. It is even said that he had to spend $1,000 per week on rubber bands just to wrap stacks of cash. Due to the nature of his business, he couldn't use a traditional banking system. The wealthiest criminal in the world hid his money all over Colombia in money pits, speculated at stashing anywhere from $500 million to $1 billion. The CIA suspects that there are around 100 money pits still undiscovered. The money locations left this earth with Escobar when he passed away, leaving Colombia in somewhat of a gold rush situation. People flocked to the country to excavate the lands in hopes of finding a little bit of the lost cash. As for the farmer in this story, Jose will not be allowed to keep the cash for himself. He will have to turn it over to the Colombian government. However, the government claims that even though they will seize it, they will use the cash to improve the lives of poor farmers all over the country. In true Escobar fashion, the money will go towards building hospitals, schools, work programs, and rebuild entire neighborhoods for the poor.